Nice. Thanks, dude.
What's going on, everyone? We're going to do a quick live tonight, maybe about 30 minutes. Just figured I'd come on tonight and say what's up to the people. I got a little different setup here using the GoPro and good old Sony ZV-1 camera acting up, but we're going to have some fun tonight. We did a little short, not even short, we went overtime, Rolling Thunder podcast. We went on Facebook. We didn't have Scott or Casey, but we had fun with Chris Vera, the Best Buy Tech. So, yeah, so what we're going to do tonight, we're just going to, if the people want to chat, tell me what system you got, and I'm going to try to guess how loud it is, literally. And if you know how loud you are, don't tell me. I want to guess first. But if you don't, maybe it'll give you a good idea how loud you really are. What's up, D4L? Let's go! Ashy, Thomas Marshall, what's up, buddy? 25, we do have 14.4 volt talk in the chat. No Sony. Yes, yeah, we ain't gonna cut out tonight, just in case we do go over 30 minutes. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, no Rolling Thunder. Oh, sorry. Ooh, comments are flying in. Yeah, no Rolling Thunder on YouTube tonight because I don't have Scott's login and all that kind of stuff. You have to have your YouTube password and all that kind of fun stuff to, yeah, do that. So we went on the Facebook one, which I do have access to, so we did that. We had fun. Let's see. Thomas Marshall, give me a minute. Got you, buddy. Heck yeah, man. 14.4 volt talk. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. I knew you guys were going to be upset because you guys don't go on Facebook, really. And I was like, man, those guys they're going to miss the episode. But Scott's going to re-upload it on YouTube in a few days here, so you'll get to see that. Other than the last 5 minutes, I lost internet for a few seconds there. And but Chris held it together and wrapped up the show, and we had lots of questions, and I learned a lot on that episode tonight. I really did. Especially about like marine stuff, integration, everything, man. I'm always learning something every day. It's fun. If you're not learning something every day, you're doing something wrong. All right, first one up. Ashy says he has an MA Audio HK 802SX HK, holy numbers, 898s and a HK 10SX. Okay, so that 802, is that a 2-channel? If so, you have it like bridged at 4 ohms. How are you wired? On a 10-inch. Now the enclosure, prefab, sealed, what do you got? And vehicle. With a 10 though, I mean, just rough estimate, maybe a 31 to a 35, depending. Put on a show for watching later. Heck yeah, man. Yo, what's up, DIY guy? What's going on, YouTube? I know. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, DIY guy. Justin, what do you got system-wise in your daily? I know you got something. Are you running that Kicker Comp R you got there with that custom enclosure you put? Oh, and that other enclosure I seen you design. I think it was a 15 or a 12, probably a 15, and you had like 2 6-inch arrow ports or 2 4-inch arrow ports on it. How's that going? Let's see, Ashy, going to have 3 W6s on it at 2.67 ohms. Nice, and those are the single. Are those the single 4 ohm coils? I think those. No, that's a dual 4. That's a dual 4. Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. And what amp are you going to have that wired on? Those W6s are nice. Those are more of like the SPL kind of woofers out of them. W7, people love those ones better, but they're technically for SQ and sealed enclosures. W3s are fun though. 25. Second build coming up. 2 12s, Rockford Fosgate Prime R1s, so those are the reference series, sealed, 300 RMS. And then you got 4 6x9s. 6x9s don't count for SPL, but nice to know, Lightning Audio 5-channel amp. Nice, dude, that's cool when you see Rockford Fosgate with Lightning Audio. 50x4, 300x1, JVC over AWG, everything. Okay, American wire gauge, nice. That's probably a very nice, clean sounding system. Your mids and highs can definitely keep up with your bass and everything. That's nice, dude. You said sealed box with the R1s. I know those R1s don't really need a big box, but it's probably pretty peaky. Probably likes 45 hertz and up. Really loud there. Depending the vehicle, if you're hearing a pickup truck, it could probably get really loud. It's probably what those are for. Like a shallow box, stuff like that. dude, you're probably easy 130, 137 range, but with the power being applied, and the efficiency of the driver and just being sealed boxes, you're probably more like around a 133, 134. Maybe a little bit louder in the kick, but we don't always measure in a kick. I like that headrest score, dash, that works. Okay, so, Ashley's the H, okay, that's the amp that you had. 4400 RMS, but underrated. On a 10-inch driver or on those 3 W6s? What's up, El Fuego? What's going on, dude, from the Pacific Northwest? Heck yeah, man. W612 V2. Okay, so the version 2. Nice, dude. Heck yeah. Let's see. Just threw it in good measure, 6x9. Hey, you'd be surprised. You throw some 6x9s in your doors, power them, put your meter down there in a kick, you can get like a 120 out of it. Done it. Let's see here. Okay, so 25, you're in a sedan. Sealed box. Now, have you ever metered it? Because I'm going to say at least a 131 minimum. You're not that low powered. You got two 12s in the back. If you're not doing a 131, there's something wrong. At least a 131, probably a 134, and I bet you it sounds really darn good. Probably peaks a little high, but it still plays pretty low too. Man, okay, let's see here. Andy about to pause the stream to announce rigged. Always rigged. Heck yeah, man. Okay, so you got the 12s. Now, is this the system you have currently that I'm trying to guess your SPL? Is it the 3 W6s, 12s on that amp that's 4400 RMS? That sounds like a really nice system, man. Let's see here. Okay. Heck yeah. Well, we got 6 people in the chat, man. Smash that like button. It's fun. Let's see here. No meter. Okay, so you kind of want to know. Yeah, I really feel like that 131 is just screaming at me. Easy. Easy get that 131. But you'd be surprised how loud you can be with a 131 to your ears. Yeah, 10 can do it, but it's going to take like 400, 500 watts clamping. If you have it on a 300 watt amp, you're not going to see that 300 watts unless you wire down. And then that's not always good to do on an amplifier. So, yeah, I would say you're probably clamping 150, 131. That's my guess. I'm going with it. Go with your gut. Always go with your gut. The first number comes in your head, boom, go with it. Let's see. Bet getting 135. Very boomy and clear. Loves 50 to 60. Can play enough at 25. Heck yeah. Yeah, you need to back up that name and get some windy builds. You know what I mean? I got you on a custom box, man. I love building boxes for Lowe's. It's my thing. Was swapping stuff out. Oh yeah, because you DIY guy said he didn't have a daily. Was swapping stuff out, then went in for back surgery in between projects. Oh no. Have had no bass for almost 2 months. It sucks, but my ears have stopped ringing. I hope you got headphones or something, man. I don't know what I would do without music in my car. Or at least, you know what I mean, like a little bit louder than average music. It doesn't have to be, you know, floating babies and bricks, but just something. But I'm sorry about your back, man. I hope you're feeling okay and recuperating from your surgery. That's crazy, dude. Yeah, with your back, you don't want to be messing with that. It's very delicate. I know that. Pulled my sciatic nerve once. I'm good. Let's see. Okay, El Fuego. Still working on a box design for my Kicker Comp Q15s. What do you think about Gately audio box that is 4.75 cubic feet on 750 to 1000 watts? Okay, so that's a single Comp Q15, and that's within spec. I think the Comp Q15 requires a tad less box than a L715. So 4.75 sounds about right. Now the port area, I mean Gately boxes. I mean Gately, Bob Gately or whatever. He makes some awesome enclosures. I just found out recently he makes drivers like subwoofers. He knows what he's doing. Now the 4.75, that's good. That's good. It's going to be pretty loud, and you're not going to need all that 1000 watts to really get loud, but it's going to be nice. What kind of port is it? Like a slot port, error port? What's it tuned at? Probably like 32 hertz, give or take. let me know if you can get all the specs on that. I can help you out on that. But he knows what he's doing, so you're in good hands. Okay, so yours is 300 RMS by 2 at 2 ohms, so technically 600 RMS at 4 ohms bridge kind of deal? Is that what your amp does? So 300 watts going to each sub, 150 after rise, give or take. Yeah, you're probably definitely closer to the 34, 35 range. Let's see. Ashy. I'm going to be putting in an old school kicker install. Got an SX 900.2 going to 215 solos. Nice. Nice. That's going to be nice, dude. Those SX amps are nothing to joke about. 902, that's the big boy. Going 215 in solo. S15Ds. S15Ds, are those the old school ones? Like literally like the Solo Barrack 15Ds. Like those are the older ones. That's awesome, dude. Justin proves that YouTube health insurance. I don't think they cover your health insurance at all. Yeah, I just signed up for the YouTube partnership program, so that'll take a little while, but I'm on the first steps to getting there, so that'll be fun. I'm already getting paid by TikTok. I made $33 on TikTok already, making stupid videos. Hey, do what you got to do, you know. Let's see. What 25 say? Oh, Phil, I got a zinger on me. Back up the name, but it's cool. It's my first system with... No, I'm just saying, like, your name says 25 hertz to life, which your system does play 25 hertz, but we wanted to emphasize 25 hertz to life. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And that's really your first system. That's awesome. 25. Are you 25? How old are you? I want to know. I need to know details about you guys. You guys always hook me up. I need to know more. I'm the kind of guy. I just want to know. And I'm not afraid to call people out. I'm not being mean to you at all. I just like to say what's on the top of my head. And it's like, well, you need to be able to play 25 hertz, 25 hertz to life. You got to, man. Appreciate you, buddy. DIY got it. DIY audio guy. Thank God I have good insurance at my day job. Absolutely. Let's see. 25. I'm going to get 4 8s or 2 12s at full power, Gately subs sometime next year. Need more boom and have a higher budget now. Awesome. I like the 4 8 idea. Whenever you have more with less, I think it's more appealing than just having, you know, but 2 12s and 4 8s are pretty much equivalent to cone area. But when people see those little subs, these little guys, you know what I mean? Floating bricks, they're like, what? Okay, here we go. Here's a question for SPL. Got 2 Scar Evil 12s. Nice. 1250 each. I think that's peak? Yeah, or something like that. With 2 1500 RMS Rockville amps. Nice. The boxes are kind of small. 1.5 ported. Will that hurt my subs? 1.5 for a 12 isn't very small. It's on the smaller side, depending on the sub. Those Evils, yeah, they probably like 1.75 to 2 cubes each. So you're not that far off. Now with port size, that kind of helps. But you do want to have the enclosure size right too. But that's not terrible. That's definitely a prefab enclosure. They usually come from 1.25 to 1.75, around that area. Really like the boxes. Kenwood, don't want to get rid of them. Okay, the Kenwood, is that what they are? They're Kenwood boxes? Man, my voice. I do these live streams too much. I swear I'm losing my voice as I do them. So that's definitely a nice setup. Now, they're ported, so they're going to be kind of loud. They're probably tuned to like 38, 40 hertz, give or take. And then you got 2 of them. And I don't know if those are single boxes. Either way, it's working as one big box. So 3 cubes for 2 12s. And probably going to peak, if you're in the trunk, I'm guessing, and you're going to peak around probably 45 to 49 hertz. Maybe louder, but I'd say around there. And the 2 Rockville amps. That's the only thing that I got a problem with. The 1500 RMS, is it real? Is it the, I know they have nicer amps now where they actually do rated. So you're probably going to see half of that, but altogether you're probably going to see anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 watts out of the amps combined. if, you know, they do what they say, which those ones should. Now, if it's the ones that are the 1500 watt one and they have a 30 amp fuse, then no way. Those definitely do not do 1500 watts. But they do have nicer ones. I think it's the DB series. They have nicer amplifiers like that. Definitely probably close to the 40 range. A solid 138, maybe louder, maybe louder. Good question, man. I like that setup. I bet you it sounds pretty nice. Enclosure in your future, definitely, man, but one step at a time. Let's see. TikTok and you don't stop. Thanks, 25. A gentleman doesn't say his age. Oh, come on, man. I can't. Let's see. If Annie pulls in 33, Deviant pulls in 33. Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, so how's everyone's night going? You guys enjoying your Friday night? It's beautiful rainy weather up here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Let me know where you guys are from too. I know where some of you guys are, but we have a few new viewers on tonight. All right, COVID Andy. I got my vaccine 4 times. I'm still coughing. All right, heck yeah, man. I love his shirt. I need more kicker shirts. I definitely do. I can't. Okay. Another SPL question. Thanks for bringing them up, guys. And if you guys just started subscribing me, I just hit 1K, so thank you guys so much. Try to do these lives more often now, just to, you know, reach out to you guys rather than just a pre-recorded film and say what's going on. And if you guys need questions, that's what I'm here for. If you like amp dynos, you like everything with kicker and testing amps and testing SPL, I'm your guy. Okay, so you got SFB 1500 with a Power Acoustic GW1224 12-inch SCAR prefab ported DB. Okay, so the SFB 1500, that's the Sundown full bridge. Correct me if I'm wrong. Power Acoustic GW12 is that the one they sell at Walmart? That's the 2500 watt peak, 750 RMS or something like that. Sounds like you got a lot of amp for that sub. But either way, in a SCAR prefab box, those are pretty nice prefabs. I'm not going to knock on SCAR for that. They make nice prefabs. They're tuned high, but every prefab is, so they can fit in the car. 137 all day. I don't want to say much more than that, but not much less. I know a buddy of mine, he had a 12 big box. He was doing like a 41 on like 700 watts on a 12, and he wanted more. And then we went to a smaller box to get, you know, more efficient with the enclosure in the vehicle and stuff like that, and added more power, and his score barely went up. It's like at some point, you know, if you want to stay musical, there's only so much you can do with so much cone area. And it's not cone area, it's king, but it's almost, you know, cone area and how much travel you have and the kind of enclosure you got and what you want to listen to. You could be a 140 in the kick. I'll give you that. You could possibly get a 140 in the kick, especially if you're like in a hatchback or something. Easily could get it because you got that much power. But a solid 38, 41 tops. But that's definitely a nice sounding system, especially for a single 12. You know, you only get so much out of what you put into something. So if you only have one sub on who cares how much power, you're only going to get so much out of it. Unless you're shooting for the moon, 66 hertz, and get a 50 out of it. But you don't want to play music on that, not at all. All right, let's scroll down the comments. Let me catch up a little bit here, guys. I start to go off on tangents a little while, but you know what? I want to answer your guys' question. Yo, I see Vega's up in here. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, hopefully the internet doesn't go out this time. We're good. Got the kids tied up. Just kidding. No, but I don't know what happened to the internet. Something went out, and hey, I just kind of jingled some wires. You know what I mean? I'm used to it. Crappy installs for years. Jingle the wires a little bit, starts working again. You know what I mean? All right. It's not a 6.5, but it is sexy and it's little. This thing is so cute. I can't do fancy focuses, but you know what? That's pretty good. I love my GoPro too. It's awesome. But yeah, man, this is the 8-inch Comp RT. And this thing is just tiny. But you know what? For the bass it can deliver with a 300 RMS rating for how small of a coil and driver this is, and knowing that it's kicker, it's going to take the 300 watts. That's crazy. It's going to be fun, and being matched with a 250 RMS amp sub, or 250 RMS amp, it's going to be more than enough power, especially being in a half cube stock enclosure. It's going to be nice. It's going to add that little bit of extra filler bass and maybe a little bit of boom boom, you know what I mean? Kayla's going to be happy, let me tell you. Heck yeah, it is a cool little sub back there. Yeah, the rain's coming. $80 Walmart sub. See, I knew it. So you got a lot of power going to that thing. That's cool. That would be definitely a build I would like to see. Especially with being a Walmart sub, power acoustic, and running a Sundown full bridge amp on that thing. I bet you that thing's moving. You might be in the 40 solid range. The more thinking about it, because you got so much power. But that's a dual 4, isn't it? That might be a dual 4, and you're probably wired at 2 ohms on that. I don't know if it's 1 ohm or 2 ohm stabled version, if that's what they have. You might be seeing a little bit less power than you want, but you really don't want to go too much power on that amp anyway, because then you'll blow the sub, no matter if you keep it clean or not. Got 13 people in here tonight, man. That's awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Throw down your comments. You got any questions? You want to know how loud your system is? I'll give you a little guesstimate. If you already know, let me see how close I can get. Let's see. What? Hi-Fi Vega. Andy is guessing. Oh, yes, exactly. Oh, I don't want to skip over too many. Talk about it. 300. Price. Price on the little 8. 179 or 169 or something like that. Wasn't too bad, but I mean, you're getting a 300 watt RMS sub regardless of its size, which is pretty nice. Usually you get something that small, it's not going to handle that much power. Yeah, box size is 0.2 cubes to a cube for sealed, and then ported, I think it's like 0.6 to like 1.1 or something, give or take. If you guys have any questions on box specs, you can check out literally the Kicker app, Kicker University. They have a free version. They have a paid version. Of course, I had the paid version. But it's cool because you can do box building. You can find air specs. And you don't even have to go by Kicker spec. You can literally type in your own stuff of what you want to run it like. And it'll like kind of like give you a graph of, is it good or is it bad? Here's what we give you a minimum result, and here's a maximum result. So it's pretty cool that they have that. And of course, they have their manuals online for every single product they've ever made. Let's see here. I wish these comments would just roll down, but at the same time, I don't. Oh. Vega, I should be working on a video, but I'm lacking motivation. I know, I was thinking, I was like, should I go live or should I tear this down and start setting up my test bench and maybe start a video or something, or maybe hang out with the kids? I wasn't sure. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go live. Might as well. It's like the best time to do it. I'm already sitting here. I'm already set up. Let's see. El Fuego. Current system is 2 old school Autotech 7300s amps, bridged at 600 watts each to my JL10T W3 subs. Are those the shallow ones? Yeah, 0.5 cube feet each. Any guess on SPL? The install is in my Icon. I'm guessing like a pickup truck or something like that. 7300 Autotechs. I know Autotech puts big numbers on things. So, okay, bridged at 600 watts each to 2 JL W10s. Man, tiny sealed boxes are tough because they're not really designed for SPL, but they can be peaky, but being a shallow mount driver, it does still react very good in a small enclosure. I would say a 128 minimum. It's really hard to get lower than a 25. You have to have a really bad box or something else. You just have to have a problem. 130 is that threshold where it starts to sound pretty loud, where it's like if you have your windows up or windows down or whatever, and you're starting to see some mirrors shake or something flex in your car, you're over like that 133, 135 range. Now, depending on the vehicle and depending on how it's built and whatever, different things shake a different way, and the enclosure. So But that's cool. Heck yeah, man. I would say maybe 130 tops. It depends. Now, if you're in a pickup truck, those get pretty loud because the cabin's so small. All right, let's go on here. Nice question, El Fuego. Yeah, yeah, got 17 people up in here. What's going on, everyone? Yeah, smash that like button. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. If you're just joining in now, we're just doing, like, pretty much, ask me any kind of question you got, but the theme of the show is pretty much, let me guess how loud you are. Oh, here we go. Oh, this guy. This is cheating here. Got SPL, mister. Blazer, 2 18 Neos, 2 Cosmo, 13K amps, so, geez, and I wonder how you got those wired down to the dirt or what. 160 amp hour lithium, 2,000 farads of caps. Nice. What is my score? Well, I know you, what you do on 50 watts. Shoot, man. Now, is it like a flat wall, 4th order, 6th order? Because 218s could be anything. It could be a no wall. That's a nice system, man. That's definitely, regardless of what you got, it's definitely a 53 and up. If it's anything less, then you're playing really, really low. Yeah, let me know. Thanks, Matt. Let's see. Hook those Solo X subs in a damn box already. Man, you don't check my other videos out, man? Yeah, I got one motor and one sub, or one spare that's in the car running. That's the Cookie Monster build. And these are just my extra spares. This one over here works. Then it's signed by Steve Irby, the owner of Kicker. So I really don't want to use it, but I have in the past with the signature on there. And then this one, this is Mr. OG here. It's got a blown coil. I could fix it, but it's kind of like nostalgic. I don't really want to fix it. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember where you came from. Guys were telling me, "Oh yeah, man, that's just your sub breaking in. That's just your coil clipping, burning to death." They didn't tell me that much. So yeah. Cookie Monster 1.0, the first. This one over here, well, whenever I had that in there, in the car, I had it in a box that it came with, which was, well, very small. It seemed like a prefab Solo Xbox, if that was, or prefab Solo Xbox, if that was even a thing. But it was literally 1-inch MDF all the way around, and it had a 20-inch wide by 3.5-inch or 4-inch tall port that was only like 5 or 6 inches deep. So it was tuned at 54 hertz, and it was only 3.5 cubes. Okay, tuned at 54 hertz. Guess where I peaked at in the car? 54 hertz. So it was just peaky, and I rode around like that for years, and I finally got it metered back in 2016, and I did a 140 flat at the headrest, and I did a 144 in the kick. I was clamping 700 watts, so it wasn't terrible, but definitely listened to a lot of different music. It played a lot, but it wouldn't play anything that I play today, not at all. And then that wasn't even Cookie Monster, that was the first box. The second box, which was actually Cookie Monster before this one that I have now, that was pretty nice. That was my first custom box, and it was 5.5 cubes, tuned to 38 hertz, had a slot port 26 inches long, 1.5 inches tall, 10 inches deep. So it was a very small, compact box, and it fit in the back of the Eclipse behind the back seats, which I wanted because I still, drove around as a daily in it. So it did okay. It did a 144.8 at its first get-go. I got it up to a 45.6 or 45.8 at the headrest by adding more power, better electrical, stuff like that. But again, I was only clamping 1,400 watts, and but the kick score, it did like a 46, or no, it did a 47.4 in the kick. So now with the new Solo Xbox being taking up the whole vehicle, 150.3 kick, 149.7 at the headrest when everything's running properly. Let's see here. I did a 160.1 sealed on dash. See, sealed, I don't do sealed. But I bet you probably peaked like 43, 45 hertz. Everything was in my cargo area and below the window line, so you would be either street class or modified street if you would do mecha. I'm guessing you do DB drag. because they do that window line stuff. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I don't do sealed scores. I mean, at least with my kind of builds that I do, they want to be opened up, and obviously you're going to be louder with a lower frequency built vehicle when the vehicle's opened up because of canceling waves. But that's impressive, man. Sealed. I wonder what you do outlaw. You might even get that 62 outlaw depending how you're tuned and how it's built. That is awesome. Vega, Andy. Josh Holden. Okay. Two 12-inch Scar Evil two 12-inch Scar Evils on a Smart 3K. Nice. 5 cube ported box tuned to 45 hertz, all AGM, XS 250 amp on a 07 Scion TC. That's like my neighbor down the street, JR. He's got a 09. 215s in there. So I'm guessing sub up port back. 5 cubes. That's pretty big on 212s. And you're tuned to 45 hertz. So I'm guessing you have a very either short port or a very big port. So it might help with the SPL. And that's why you're tuned kind of high, or you peak at 45. One of the two. With the Smart 3K, man, you're going to get almost 1500 to 2K after rise. No matter, you know what, as long as you're wired right. And on the two Evils, they're going to take it. So, electrical really doesn't matter too much. But that's nice, though. You got a 250 alternator, all AGM. Dude, if you're not doing a 44, I'd be surprised. And that's solid. Now, since you are tuned pretty high, I would say maybe a 46. But that's really respectable for the 212s and a big box that you got back there. I'd like to hear more about that build, man. That sounds pretty nice. I would maybe go with a lower tuning, but I mean, you're probably louder because of that. But I would need to know more about your box specs to tell you more. Let's see here. Cool. Heck yeah. What's this? 25 run year 14. After I get my kicker on Mass Grand Prize, Comp Q15. Okay, so Fuego, you won the Comp Q15. That's awesome. My Ryan 2250 XTR, the old school one. The Beast will be north of 140. Heck yeah, dude. I mean, that's what's nice about a 15, because, you know, it's hard to not get loud on them, because it's nice, and you can fit them back there, and they're not going to take up your whole trunk, depending on your system and stuff like that. It's not as good as maybe 212s could be, or whatever the scenario would be, but it's still a nice setup to go with. That's what I got in Kayla's car right now, just an L515 on a CX 1800. I haven't metered it yet, but the park and pound though, I'm thinking it's like a 123, 124 on like 700 watts. The park and pound is like 6 feet away from the meter, or the meter is 6 feet away from the outside of the vehicle. So that'll be fun. That's one of the 9 million things I need to do. Let's see. Thanks. The box is Q-Bomb prefab. I'm surprised it's tuned that high, but yet again, I'm not. Usually the Q-Bombs are tuned to like 38 hertz. Subs facing back, port facing towards the rear. Okay, so is that the Q-Bomb box that has like the weird ports on the side and corner? Because I know the Q-Bomb have a couple of different variations, some side port stuff like that, and that's with the 212s with the 5 cubes. Wow, so yeah, that is probably decently loud. Yeah, yet again, 45, 46, depending where you meter, how you meter, sealed, whatnot. That might actually be a system in the case where it could be louder being sealed up. Usually cars that are tuned higher, like the systems are tuned higher, and given that there's a lot of airspace in the vehicle and stuff like that, can help with being sealed up with SPL. And some are weird. It's like the ones that are really good being sealed up, you open them up and they don't really get louder. But then it's like the opposite. Whenever you have a system that doesn't do good sealed, it's like extremely different when it's opened up. It all depends on the orientation, the tuning, the vehicle itself, how much of the vehicle airspace is being taken up by the enclosure and what's left. There's so many variables in the car audio that people want to say, what is best? And there is no what is best. There really isn't. Uh-oh. You know Vega's in the chat. He's watching you. He's like, oh yeah? Nah, I love all you guys, man. You guys do me good. Heck yeah. We got 18 people in here still, man. That's awesome. That's the thing. It's like I want to do quick lives, but it's like I can't. Got a lot of people like involved, and they want to get their questions answered, or they just want to have some fun and sit back and hear about car audio questions or answers, or just have a good time. You know, I'm the same way. Sitting in the garage working on something, want to hear a guy talk about the things you like. It's fun, man. It's cool being on this side too. All right, let's see. Thomas Marshall. Having, okay, so the W6s, having those three W6s 12s at full tilt. Do you think 1400 watts of rear fill is a waste of time when I'm already running 1200 watts up front? Okay. So more mids and highs, I think you're asking here. You're not going to go wrong with adding more mids and highs, because then if you feel like there's too much, you can always adjust DSP or just your fader or your gains or whatever you have. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a waste of time, really. It could be if it's not really needed. I can't really tell you, but it's like, I hate the systems where you can't hear the music. The music can't keep up with the bass. All you hear is treble. You know what I mean? There's no fullness, richness of the sound. Not saying that rebass music needs some 200 hertz kick drums in it, but at the same time, you want to have that fullness factor where the vocals sound deep. They sound like they're supposed to be there, not just the tinny. So if you can do that, I don't think it's going to be a waste of time by adding more power and more speakers in your rear end for the fill. But then that's another thing where people are like, oh, don't even worry about the back of your car, it's just your front stage. But we were just talking about this earlier, where you kind of want a little bit of rear fill. And then you know what? It's going to be nice too when you open both your doors up and you're, you know, banging your system, showing it off to people. It's going to sound even better regardless. So I don't think it's a waste of time. Right, 18 viewers and only 10 thumbs up. I need more. You guys really like these live videos, and I'll keep doing it, man. If you guys keep throwing that, you know, like button down, I'll keep doing them, man. They're fun. What is next for Living Loud with Andy? You know what? I wanted to do another amp dyno. It's been a little while. I have a few that I can pick from. I kind of want to do the DX250 because I just did the DX400.4. I figured it'd go together. Plus, I want to install it in my car, so... That's probably going to be next. I literally have 9 or 10 other amps to do. I literally have a SoundStream, or not a SoundStream, Sound Digital, I know, full bridge, designed to do, which isn't even mine. I'm borrowing it from the stereo shop, but he don't mind. But I need to get that done. And that's an 800.4, so it's supposed to do 400 or 200 watts per channel. So that'll be fun. And then anything else. I mean, it's usually whatever I think of. At the time, it's like, well, that would be a good video. This would be a good video. I might also do a 3-part series of installing this and the key and all that kind of stuff into the Pilot. Pretty much the teardown, the install, the test, like the how to run this, and the complete, you know. And you know, we'll throw it on the meter. You know, that'd be stupid not to see what it does. If we can get like a 130 out of it, I'd be happy. I'd be like, ooh, got some bass. Let's go. So yeah, there's a few things going on, but it's just whatever I can get to. And I don't want to run out of content, but I feel like I don't think I will. But there's always that. And I don't want to get burnt out either. These lives are a little bit more laid back. I can be myself, and it's less editing. But I still want to give out the content to you guys at an appropriate time and get some amp dynos and some other stuff too, man. Because I know you guys stick around for that. Let's see. Tappy, likey. You know to be. The business. W6s are great. From very high up, I heard that they are the sub to run of JL for SPL. W7, not so much. Yeah, it's the power handling beast. But it's more meant for sealed boxes and SQ. W3s, they are the kicker comp or comp R of JL. They're like that well-rounded subwoofer, efficient. I did my first old school SPL run with JLs. Did a 141.6 on 551 watts at 49 hertz, sealed on the dash. So, and that was for the 100 to 250 watt class. You know, you know how the old school SPL challenges. I know. I got first place this year by default because the other guys kept running all kind of classes, Matt and a few guys from other countries and stuff. And it's cool. But I got first place kind of just by default because I had third. So I was like, okay, the year before I had fourth place. And then this year I got third place. Okay, it's good. I'm still using prefab boxes and coming out swinging. You know what I mean? So I'm not complaining. But heck yeah. Do. El Fuego planning on the wedding. You getting married, bro? Congratulations. I don't know who either of those people are, Vega. Never heard of her. Whoop, almost lost my drink. Let's see. You guys are funny. Oh, guys do that to me. I go to click on it and then another comment comes up. Annie, trick question, right or left earring? Oh man. You know what? I'm 31, so it was the thing, if you wore it on the right earring, you were gay. If you wore it on the left, you were straight. And if you wore both, you were extra gay. So that's what I know. And now, like, people will be wearing them both or on the right and all this other kind of stuff. So I have no idea. Not a piercing guy to begin with, so. I like tattoos, you know what I mean? Tattoos are cool. But other than that, I haven't got a tattoo in 8 years. So if I get a next one, it's definitely going to be kicker right on my forehead. You know what I mean? That's about it. Let's see. Oh, got another SPL question. Good. CT Sounds M7501D. So that's nice. Monoblock. On 2 kicker comp Rs. Ooh, that's going to slam. Guessing those dual 4s, wired 1 ohm, 750 RMS. That's going to be sounding good. In a 3 cube, ported to 45 hertz. Man, all these boxes tuned high, but hey, they'll get loud. Port rear. PT Cruiser. Okay, subs rear, port rear. So okay, port back, firing back. On 212s and 45 hertz. That almost sound. I wonder if that's a kicker prefab or is that like just a generic prefab. But either way, that's going to be freaking nice sounding. Just because you got decent amount of power going to them, and those subs don't need a lot of power. So I would say at least a 38 to 41. That's headrest. Now, if you would do dash, you're going to be like a 39, 40, 41, maybe louder. It could be like those other systems where they're a little bit louder, sealed up. But I kind of go by Outlaw because I feel like that's where you're going to be the loudest no matter what, with a lot of systems, not everyone. But yeah, dude, that's definitely a nice system because you're probably clamping anywhere from 300 to maybe 600 watts out of it. And that's not a bad thing. But it's just, you only got so much power, but you got 212s, and they're going to take that power, even probably clipped all day, because the comp Rs are, what, 500 RMS, 600 RMS a piece? 500, I think. Yeah, dude, that's a nice sounding system. Definitely a nice entry level, getting in a system, but you know what I mean? You're doing it right. You're doing it right. Hopefully you have the right electrical, at least 4 gauge running front to back. I suggest more. But that definitely is nice, dude. That's almost a 140 dB club kind of system. I like that. She does usually watch, as long as the kids aren't being all too crazy. She does watch the live streams, or if I stream for 3 hours on TikTok, then yeah, no, she's signing out. That was crazy. I literally TikToked live stream 3 hours after I did the last live stream I did on Tuesday here. Literally 3 hours. I couldn't even talk. I'm like, I have to get off. I have to go to bed. I'm sorry, you guys. I know it's only like 12 o'clock for you, but I gotta go to bed. This is cool. I had like 55 people watching at one time. Like, damn, you guys really want to listen to me? Okay, cool. I had lots of questions, man. It was nice. I like YouTube too. Like each algorithm has their own spot. Oh. So Vega knows. So they are a little overrated or underrated. So you're probably getting a little bit more power out of it than I thought, but not too much power. You know what I mean? But that's a good amp you got. Maybe the best thing I suggest is a new enclosure, but you might lose a little bit of score if you try to go too low. You know what I mean? In playability. Or too big of an enclosure and stuff like that. That's kind of where you kind of have to play around with things to see what you really want. Does the score really matter more than how it sounds to you or what you want to listen to, how you like your system to be? It all depends, man. That's why there's no perfect enclosure. There's no perfect driver. There's no perfect scenario. Practice and experience is the best thing that you can do, and put time into it. You'll learn a lot. Here we go. What's up, Mazda2284? I know who you are. What's up, Brad? I got 115 Rockville Destroyer on a Smart 3K. 96 Tahoe, port enclosure tuned to 45. All y'all guys are tuned way above wasted information level. What's going on here? 45 hertz. Okay, so 15-inch Rockville Destroyer. That's the what? 1000 or 2000 RMS? That's the big boy. On a Smart 3K. So you're probably seeing 1500, maybe 2000 watts out of it after rides, give or take. Now you're in a big 96 Tahoe, but you got a 15 and it's tuned high, and 45 hertz is close to the resonant frequency of that larger vehicle. So it probably works really well together, but you have a big vehicle to fill. I would say at least a 44 to 47 depending, maybe louder depending how big your box is. I don't know how big your box is. If your box is really small, you might actually have less efficiency and you might be able to clamp more power and have more cone movement, and with a bigger port that'd be better for SPL purposes. I don't know where you peak at, but I would say probably you probably peak literally right around that 44 45 range. High 47, low 43. I doubt it's going to be 43, but with that big vehicle it could like that lower frequency. Yet again, I need to know how big the box is and port area. I could give a little bit better guess, but I would say 44 to 47 is what you're getting out of that. All right, let's see here. Okay, you answered me. Cool. Oh, come on, pop up. Nope, wrong one. Did it again. 3.5 cubes. Okay, so that's a little bit small, but not too small. Not for that sub. Large port, 150.9, peaks at 46 hertz. Not bad. So you're definitely in a smaller box, but with a large port, that's where you're getting a lot of that SPL. And like I said, you look at it, you're peaking at 46. So I was close on that much. But yeah, I was literally underestimating the score. So 50.9, that's pretty good. Now, I don't know if you clamp that or not, but you're probably clamping like 2400 watts out of that. Gotta be, especially with a 3.5 cubic foot box. It's not small, but it's not big. But you definitely got a big port, probably like a 10-inch port. Probably like a 10-inch port or 8-inch port. Let me think. 3.5 cubes get to 46 hertz. That's tiny. Yeah, 8-inch port. 8-inch port. So like 56 square inches, give or take. Heck yeah, dude. I'd rather lowball someone than highball them, but that's a really good score. You're definitely clamping some power out of that. I wonder how good it sounds musically, though. That's one thing I do want to know. So you're clamping a poop ton. 3,300. What do you have that thing wired at? You got to have it wired to the dirt. See, I was thinking like 1,500 watts to 2,000. Not even. And you're clamping 33. So you got to have that thing either wired down or your box rise just isn't really that high. And like I said, you're getting a lot of power out of your amplifier, a lot of cone movement with a big port. SPL. That's how we do it. We asked about your port size, not anything else, D4L. Come on, man. It's dual 1 wire to half. Okay, so good. You're getting a lot out of that amp. As long as you don't play like really low and unload that box, you'll never have a problem. Heck yeah, dude. See, that's cheating. You're wiring down below impedance. You gotta let me know that. You gotta let me know that. So I'd be like, okay, he is definitely clamping close to what that amp can do because of box rise. Now, if you're wired to 1, you're not going to see those kind of numbers. Your score is going to drop 2 dBs, maybe more. But that's a heck of a good enclosure. You could throw that into a, I guess, Street 3, Street 4, give or take. But that's the thing. Once you start throwing a crap ton of power, it's like really hard not to be loud unless you're doing something wrong, but then you can make some really good gains by adding a lot of power too. It all comes down to what you know. That's awesome, Brad. Let's see. Speaker box is facing inward. What? Speaker box is facing inward in a closet. Sound very loud. You know, it's like acting like a fourth order. Your closet, closure, enclosure. Heck yeah, man. That's like boundary loading. And I was thinking about putting a subwoofer in a closet the other day for our movie theater room. I was thinking about it because I'm like, I don't want the kids to get it, and I bet you any money it would sound pretty good in even a closed door closet because the walls are going to reverberate the bass. Yeah, it's not going to be as loud, but I feel like it would still give the bass of what a subwoofer in a home theater is going to do, and it'll be out of the way of the kids. Let's see. Depends on the music. Rock and higher bass is fine. Below 34 hertz is meh. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Once you have like a lot of port area, you get real peaky, and then your drop off is very large, regardless of the size of the box. But the size of the box does have something to do with it too. But there's a lot of port area. It really does make everything peak and be louder. But that is the whole point of SPL, to be as loud as you can be with the least that you got. All right, another SPL question. Thanks for bringing them up, guys. Cool. 2 SCAR ZVX 15s on Teraamp Smart 5K. Ooh. 6 cube, large port, wire to half. Oh, nice. Thank you for letting me know your impedance wiring. Final load. 6 cubes, large port, so you're probably tuned a little bit higher. That sounds like Brad's deal, where, you know, it's about the same, 3 cubes per 15. But you have 2 of them, and you have it on a Smart 5K, not a Smart 3K. Man. I'd like to know the vehicle, but I can almost see it in your picture. I don't know if that's the same car. But I want to say, if he's already doing a 50.9, and you're wired high like that in a 6 cube box, close to being the same, you're definitely a 50. If you're not a 50, you're a solid 49, 48. But you're clamping probably 4K. You know what I mean? On 2 15s, you could be close to that 52, 53 range at like 47 hertz, give or take. Depending what you're tuned at, but if you got a large port, it's hard to have a low tuning. So yeah, I'm gonna say 52. You know, we'll be 51, 53. We'll say 52. Go with that. Let me know. That sounds like a nice system, dude. All right, tune to 36. Okay, wow. So that's not too bad. Peaks at 39. So your peak is kind of low. So maybe 51, 52. You know what I mean? Not the 53, but it depends how much you're clamping out of that amp. And, I mean, SCARs aren't bad, man. They're nice subs. Let's see here. Yeah, let me know what you got. I know you probably metered that thing. I'm getting everyone confused here. I can't. You guys are funny in the chat. Let's see. Andy, for the record, I was joking about kicking a baby. God. I can't. What's that from? That's from something. Wait, I should know. I metered it. Oh. Wait. I hate YouTube and TikTok because the freaking usernames don't match up with the names. Hold on. 4,500 that you clamped. 212 SCARs. Why can't I remember? Hold on. This is gonna bother me. Hold on. Because you had the 215 Smart Case, 6 cube box, wire to half. I remember another guy had a Smart 5, but it wasn't 15s. Scar. Wait. No, it's not. No. Because he had a Orion amp on the ZVXs. Damn it. 148. That's not bad. That's not bad. God. I forget your name. I'm trying to remember the build too. 148. 2 ZVX 15s on a Tariamp Smart 5K. I see a lot of systems, but I'm trying to remember. Damn. I mean, 148 is not bad. I forget what you clamped. Was it 4500? Was it... Was it the... No, because that was the guy with the L7Qs. God damn it. Too many people. Too many systems. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Alright, let me get another question real quick. It's been 56 minutes already. This has been awesome. 2 Sundown XV2 wired at 1. Okay. Salt 4K. So we know it's doing more in 4K. 270 amp alternator. 2 excess power. Nice. Sounds like you got this all loaded. 4 cubes at 35 hertz. 55 square inches port area. 8 inch cube. Or 8 inch port, roughly. On 4 cubes. Okay. On 2 Sundown. I'm guessing that's 2 12s. Subs facing in. Port back. Okay, car peaks at 34 hertz. Damn. Wired at 1 for now. So you're probably rising to like 2 or 4, obviously. Right, like 3. Maybe 4. You might have a lot of rise. But it's 4 cubes, and I'm thinking it's 2 12s. I feel like I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. God, I need to phone a friend here. 4 cubes, 35 tuning, 55 square inches of port area, so that's definitely an 8 inch port. Arrow. 40. $47. You're doing a 47. Peaking at 34, it's tough. Probably doing a 47. No lower than 45, 46. You could be doing a 49 all day. I was stumped, right. I want to try to get the answers right as close as I can. I'm really good at this. Better at looking at the images, you know what I mean, and not even hearing it, just looking at it. I can almost tell. What's your favorite movie? I mean, nostalgia is short circuit, but like nowadays, I don't know. I really like, what is it? Interstellar. Really love the whole movie. Yeah, you need to get the wig. It's fun. Hair tricks. Grand Marquise. Wait. Was that... I thought you had the Orion amp. Wait. Grand Marquise. That's the, Oh... It's an old boat. That's a boat. I'm trying to remember the freaking setup. God damn it. I'm terrible at this. Terrible. Sorry, guys. I have an X12 V1. I love that sub. Sundown. Heck yeah. What? Tech 9 new album. I can't. Johnny 5. I still got him right here somewhere. Yeah, he's hiding. Ooh. He's been through it though. The kids have gotten to him a few times. I have to fix his eyelashes, if you want to call them that. But he's got the little antenna and everything. He had a remote. I have it somewhere. He talks. He moves around. He's cool. Not many people have this. I always wanted one. It's like from the movie, you know, the second one. Ugh. Johnny 5. Let's see. Oh, man. It's like that frequency. Can break glass like 554 hertz. Ooh, it's a solid 140. Just enough to get your nose flexing a little bit. You know what I mean? Thanks, 25. Let's see. Thanks, Matt. Heck yeah, man. I had it 5 years now. I paid way too much for that. I paid $250, but it was nice. It came with a remote, or maybe $200. It came with a remote and everything. It was real nice. And now I know guys in Australia that literally build them, and I can get way nicer ones for around the same price, and like awesome. But I like that one. It's cool. It's like, you know what? It works. It's, you know, I'm not sitting there playing with it or just putting it on a shelf or something. It's like, it's Johnny 5. Come on, man. Who cares? When I was a kid, I'd pretend that other robots were him, so I actually got him now. I ain't complaining. Let's see. Greatest movie ever. Tech 9, The Rock. Hey, we've been on here for an hour already, guys. Come on. What's going on? I need to go to bed here. Just kidding. We'll cut it in a few. Yeah, if you got any last questions, let me know. Ryan is a great brand. Their amps put out more power than advertised. Yeah, the 3K does like 5 on their bigger brands and stuff. And their subs are amazing from what I've seen and heard. Orion is the bee's knees. Was more then than it is now because of ownership changes and stuff that I be hearing through the grapevine. You know the thing. Anyway, so yeah, man, my buddy Seth, he is awesome. He is Mr. Orion, even though he's sponsored by DS18. But he is Mr. Orion, and they make really efficient power handling drivers, like they're HCCA and stuff. Just about the black coil though, the black drivers, the newer ones, they're just not as good, and their amplifiers, they're hard to get parts for, not even parts, but just hard to get, because I don't even think they even sell them anymore. I have to double check. I know they're out of stock of everything completely. They had something get tossed upside down, just with the company itself recently. But otherwise, man, yeah, they were A+, dude. Thanks, Ashy. What is my favorite and least favorite cereal? That's a tough question, too. I like cereal. Favorite, though? You gotta go with the Trix. I mean, there's Trix and there's Fruit Loops, but it's like if there's both, it's like I'm probably gonna go for the Trix first. Now, special cereal though, I really like the what is it? They just brought them back. The not the kangaroos, but the Dunkaroos. They brought those back in cereal. I'm like, damn, these things are fire. I used to like Reese Puffs, but not so much. The least favorite, that's a tough one too. So I like Rice Krispies, Cheerios, stuff like that. Like maybe like those Wheat Thins without the frosting. Yeah, those are the worst. You gotta have the frosting at least. Fruity Pebbles, yeah, I mess with Fruity Pebbles. Captain Crunch, oh yeah, Captain Crunch, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ooh, that's fire there. Man, you guys make me hungry. Stop it. Heck yeah, man. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much all the questions. If I could go back to the early 2000s, I would grab the Titanium Eclipses. Ooh, I know, I want to get those just so it says Eclipse in an Eclipse. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, those are awesome. Awesome subs. Never got my hands on one. Just seen them, videos, stuff like that. But looking at the specs, they look really nice, man. Pretty efficient too for, you know, power handling in a way. I think those ones had like 1,000 RMS, if not more. Heck yeah, dude. Hey, anytime El Fuego, man. I might just start doing this like every Friday after the Rolling Thunder. You know what I mean? Just to hang out. You know what I mean? It's fun. Heck yeah, Brad. Yeah, we'll have to do it. Just let me know when you're free. When you like to, I can bring you on my podcast, or I can talk to, not even my podcast, this live stream. I guess you could call it podcast. Or if you want to go on Rolling Thunder, I can talk to Scott too if you want to do that. Totally up to you. Just let me know. Heck yeah, dude. Later, 14.4 volt talk presents Living Loud with Andy. Out. Heck yeah, man. Thank you, Random 4400. Probably a subscriber, so thank you for watching, man. Try to do this more often, and thank you for sticking around, man. I like doing things like this. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would do it after the Kicker on Mash show too, but I feel like I'm pushing it there. It's like too much every time. But it's like, hey, why not? Thanks, Ashy. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for watching, dude, and your questions, man. Hopefully those W6s treat you good. I guess I'm just getting started. All right, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. Try to have a good weekend, and as always, stay living loud. I'll see you guys next time.